Hello guys and welcome to my new video, and today we're going to be doing a little short intro. Again, this is a new world video, this is no World of Warcraft. But a lot of people have been talking to me about the fact, or trying to make a video about healers in New World, whether I enjoy it, whether I like it, if it's something that I recommend. Ooh, this is spicy. I have a lot of aggro. You know what? I'm just gonna get my mana and just use Entombed again. So this is my first video of an entry-level dungeon. There's nothing really too hard about this. You don't really have to have a healer for this. You don't have to have a focus build. I do have a focus build myself. Again, I'm kind of tanking here a bit. I do have a focus build myself. I have a lot of attributes into focus. I've done this dungeon before as a DPS, as a support DPS. You really do not have to have a focus build, but I've decided to try a focus constitution build with life staff, ice gauntlet slash hatchet build. I use a hatchet for solo play with life staff. I put an amber gem in it, and you can see here 20% of damage is converted to nature, and it scales off based on your weapon stat or focus. And I have a bunch of focus, so therefore this build kind of works as solo and as a dungeon thing. Now, a lot of people have asked me about healing in this game. Whether it's good, whether it's interesting, whether it's something that you should try. So far, I've enjoyed it. Oh, this is going to be a little bit spicy. So far, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. As you can see here, I have Sacred Ground. You basically stand in it. I also have, this is a single target heal that I have right now. I need to target, as you can see on the top left, I need to target the person using my my mouse button. I thought that's kind of interesting. Okay, I have to do it again. As you can see, the person is kind of dying. And the healing in this is, a lot of it is targeted. If you want to heal yourself, for example, you press Control and the button representing the spell. Again, I'm using, in the life staff, you can see I'm using Sacred Ground, I'm using Life Embrace here, and I'm using Beacon. Oopsie daisies. Okay, let's go. Again, this guy's gonna come back and is probably going to do a bit of damage on me. I'm also using, okay, let's go Sacred Ground. We're actually kind of tanking a little bit. Yeah, we're actually a bit tanking, why not? So we're just gonna use Sacred Ground on the person there. We're gonna go and stand in it if you want. We have the single target heal with the Light's Embrace. Again, you can see me going between characters. If I want to cast it on myself, I can press Control F. And these are the default bindings of healing in this game. Now, I'm also running a specific mastery build with my life staff where my lights attacks also heal targets for 20% of damage done. And you can see here I'm also... The build is relatively... Again, the build is relatively cookie cutter build. There's nothing special about this. A lot of people are running this. This is an easy dungeon. This is not to showcase that... what the healing is going to be like at the end game. I'm sure the healing at the end game is a lot harder. So again, we're gonna heal this person. We're gonna put a beacon on the target, on the enemy target. It's going to radiate healing. It's all good. We're doing a decent amount of damage. We're using light attacks to heal people. I kind of feel I want to heal myself. You see my mana, and this is why we're using Ice Gauntlet. We swap weapons, and all of a sudden, we have a bunch of other abilities that we can use for DPS. And the reason I'm using this build is because you have, with Ice Gauntlet, this is going to be a meta build, everyone's going to use it, you're going to have Entombed. You press Entombed, you basically turn into an ice block, and look at my mana go up. I basically get mana every, let me guess, it's 30 seconds or something. Entombed is a 30-second cooldown. I also should tell you that I do have a special trait here as well in my life staff, that every time I roll, after dodge, you heal 25% more effective for 5 seconds. So, a dodge is literally just this. And all of a sudden, you can see my healing is increased by 20% for 5 seconds. So technically, if I really want to have max amount of healing, I would dodge, then use my whatever. My Light's Embrace, my Sacred Ground. Okay, you see we have targets after us. We go Entombed. He's gonna still attack us. We're gonna explode. We're gonna swap. We're gonna go Sacred Ground. We're going to go we're gonna dodge, Light's Embrace, Soul Flame, heal. I've healed a little bit, not a crazy amount. We need to heal this guy. This guy's gonna be in trouble, and I'm gonna be in trouble. Again, our lights attack also heal. Okay, we need to heal Soul Flame. We healed for a bit. We're gonna put spiciness, guys. I'm loving this. I don't have food. Okay, we're gonna swap Ice Gauntlet. We're gonna go in Doom. We're gonna wait. Now we need to make sure that the party is not going to die in the time we're getting full mana. So that's something to keep track of. Swap weapons. Light's Embrace on Soul on the one of the people here. And we'll go to the next part. And it's kind of fun. Like, a lot of people ask me, is this fun? Is this a cool playstyle? I honestly think it is way more fun than I initially expected. Way more fun than I initially expected. So I should really do my heals after I do dodges. So I dodge, Sacred Ground, put it there. We're gonna put our Beacon. Beacon is kind of cool. We pulled aggro a little bit. We're gonna swap weapon and we're gonna do a bit of CC. In terms of Ice Gauntlet build, I honestly feel you should go full CC if you can. Because it is, again, we're going into full kind of focus build. Okay, I need to heal. We're gonna go and pull okay, the person, we're gonna put it on ourselves. It's all good. I forgot to pick up some of the loot. And loot some of the chests. I've done this dungeon a little bit, and honestly, I've had a bunch of fun every time. The problem, okay, so this guy is also a healer. Or I wish there was an easier way to see who's a healer and who's not. So I think this is gonna be almost okay. We're gonna swap. We're gonna swap to Ice Gauntlet. We're gonna try and do a little bit of damage. There's also a neat trick if you do decide to weapon or get your mastery. So for the people who are not sure of New World and they're not sure if they want to buy it, they're not sure what the whole deal is. Okay, I got a bit of aggro. I'm gonna put it on myself. For the people who don't know what's the deal with New World, there is no classes. You basically level your weapon and you become that class to some extent. So you can technically be a tank by just leveling sword and shield. You can technically be a healer by getting life staff. Now, there's a difference between being a primary healer or life staff user versus using something like a hatchet and then life staff. That's very, very popular build. Like for example, I end up using my hatchet with Amber Gem instead of my Ice Gauntlet when I solo content. My attributes are very much into focus and constitution. Constitution is basically HP or stamina if you're playing games like World of Warcraft. So I'm really tanky and I'm relatively, again we're gonna use Control F to heal ourselves. So I'm relatively ready for PvP content if I do want to do PvP content because I will have a lot of HP. So we're gonna try and do a bit of CCing. Then we're gonna go back, we're gonna put our Sacred Ground here, we're gonna put Light's Embrace on this guy, he's having a bit of trouble, we're gonna put our Beacon on the enemy, and we're just gonna use our Life Staff. Now, our Life Staff light attacks heal people as well. I genuinely feel it's kind of undervalued, that trait. I do believe there's going to be a lot of traits. Okay, what I did wrong there, in my opinion, I should have dodged, then used my ability. Because my healing is increased by 20% for 5 seconds after using it. So I should get used to dodge and healing all the time. Now my mana is running out, I'm gonna go Entomb. And I also want to showcase the difference between, for example, light and medium armor. If you're wearing medium armor, you deal 10% bonus damage and healing. But if you don't wear light armor, you lose out on some of it. So you have to make a choice. Do you want to use light armor, medium armor, heavy armor? And they have different... I didn't know this for a little while. I honestly wasn't sure what the big difference was. But there is a big choice that you need to make. I feel that if you want to do PvP, you could forego off the bonuses of damage and healing and just go straight to heavy. Use heavy armor, be extremely tanky. You're, like, again, to some extent, if you are a full-on healer, you should have enough, more than enough healing because of your focus, because of the abilities that you have. Okay, we heal them here. We put a beacon on the enemy so it heals the people around. We're gonna go to the light attacks. You know what? We're gonna swap and we're gonna tank this guy while we're in tomb, while we're getting mana. Okay, swap to another person. We're gonna explode. We're gonna swap weapon. We're gonna go sacred ground. We're gonna go light's embrace on a person. We should have dodged first to get a bit of a boost. But this was, again, we got a nice piece of armor as well. This was honestly a really kind of cool fight. I don't know about you, but I really kind of enjoyed it. And overall, probably the biggest question that I get asked on a daily basis is, should you buy New World? Should I try out a healer? Is this game worth it? In my opinion, I think it's a very interesting game. I think the dungeons, if you're watching this video, you might be like, this is super basic. The tactics are just like dodge, attack, heal. There's nothing really to it. But when you play it, honestly, it's way more fun than it might look like. I don't know how to explain it. But I'm having a lot of fun with this right now. Oops. We're gonna swap, we're gonna put our target here, we're gonna go to sacred ground, we're gonna dodge, we're gonna put beacon. Oh, we didn't put a beacon, that was the wrong button. That's the beacon right here. We're gonna use our light attacks. We're gonna put this. I think these ads are gonna, yeah. We're gonna put our beacon and we're gonna go light attack. We're doing a bit of... Again, I healed for no reason there. I'm gonna swap over to do a bit of damage as well. You can honestly do a lot of DPS as a healer as well. It might not be, depending on your build, because I am focus build, I could swap. Okay, let's go back to healing. I'm dodging, so my next heal should be big. That was a lot of mana. I'm going in tomb. I could be using my mana potions. I should also be using food that gives me mana regeneration. I forgot to swap it. I need to heal here. We can do damage as well. Again, kind of fun. I don't know how long this is gonna last, but I honestly think it's really fun. Oh, we got a fire staff as well, but we need to kill this guy. Again, the reason I'm using light attacks is because it also heals people. But you have to remember, I use hatchet. I could probably use hatchet instead of ice gauntlets if I felt that I didn't need the mana, but I do feel I need the mana at this point, so I should activate a food as well that gives me mana. Oh, I got another gloves. I'm not sure if there's a chest here for sure. There's a lot of loot from these dungeons that you can get. Again, I'm calling them dungeons. And you can swap to DPS or healer quite easily. All you need to do is swap your attributes. Again, there is a cost associated with it. But the hardest part about this game is leveling your weapons, your weapon mastery. So I have my weapon mastery for live staff, for fire staff, for ice gauntlet. This is my dungeon build. Hatchet, this is my hatchet build for solo play. Hatchet is one of the best weapons. It can do an insane amount of damage even when you don't put attributes associated to the hatchet. I've seen a lot of axe builds as well, which can also work quite well. Axe primary builds. Okay, this guy's gonna die. Okay, that was awkward. I put it on the wrong person. We're just gonna use some light attacks. Again, that was a lot of... Again, I need to stand here. I should be standing in this. One of the hardest part of this game is that Sacred Ground is one of the biggest spells that you can have. But at the same time... Oh, this person got really hammered. This person really got hammered. Sacred Ground is one of the iconic spells in this game, but it's such a short radius. And you need to stand in it, and a lot of the times that means you're going to be taking unnecessary damage. So this is the last boss of the dungeon. I hope you enjoyed it so far. Let's see, let's heal this guy. This guy is quite interesting in terms of... I'm gonna swap and get my mana right now. I don't want to chug mana potions. Again, if you want, you can chug mana potions. But this boss is just going to be a single target fight that spawns ads. The ads continuously spawn, and you kind of have to CC or kill them. Honestly, you just focus the boss and it's GG. But the ad management becomes really kind of annoying. So let's go right now. We're gonna put beacon on there, hopefully. There's nothing really going on. These are the ads that's spawning. We're gonna put it... No, we're not gonna... We're gonna put sacred ground. I should have dodged. One person got really hammered there. Again, 2 healers might actually be pretty good on this right now, because we're having a pretty juicy dodge and heal this person. You can see my mana is a little bit out, so I'm gonna swap, get my full mana. Hopefully no one's gonna die in that time. I can click left click to explode and do ice shatter, but that costs mana, so I refuse to do that. Dodge, heal the person, go back to single target healing, which is the light attacks. We're gonna use beacon. Oh, we put the beacon. Okay, we put the beacon on the healer because he's got aggro right now. We're gonna stand. We're gonna try and stand in this. We're gonna dodge. This is spicy right now. The tank is taking a lot of damage. Okay, I need to run. This is one long fight. I'm kind of tanking this right now, which is fine, to be honest. We're gonna put sacred. We're gonna put heal. We're gonna go and we're just gonna tank. We're just gonna tank a couple of these ads. That's actually perfectly fine. I can just be here, get full mana, explode, use a bit of CC on them, use a bit of like, I don't know if I like that completely. And this should be, again, you can chug mana potions again. This was probably, out of the times that I've done this boss, is probably the hardest or the longest fight, but that's probably because we had kind of 2 healers. There's a weird indication for when you're out of range. I feel like this game has a lot of potential. Like, this is the way I feel about this game overall. I don't want this video to be too long and I'm talking like all like... I think a lot of people feel about this game the way I do. I'm sure there's a lot of people who are hardcore and playing right now. I haven't been able to play this game as much as I wanted to. Because, again, login queues. I think this game has a lot of issues. I think there's a lot of problems with this game. They might not be major, but there's a lot of problems with this game that could be improved. I could name like 20 things that could be improved, from things like why not auto run and check your inventory. Kind of a clunky healing system a little bit in terms of selecting targets. I feel like it could be done a little bit better. But I feel at the same time this game has also an insane amount of potential. In terms of that, in years, in 6 months, with more content being added, I'm mainly a PvE person. I love these dungeons. I like this dungeon. I liked healing this dungeon a lot. So I'm very hopeful about this game. That's how I feel. I think this game has a lot of potential. I think if there's more PvE content being added, I think it would be very interesting. I enjoy the healing aspect. I genuinely enjoy how healing works in this game. I think it could be made a little bit better, but I do think the combination of 1-2 weapons is really cool. I think things like Entomb working with your mana build is kind of interesting. I would like to have more builds appearing. Something maybe Fire Staff also having something that could really work with your healing build. And this is, I think it has a lot of potential, and I really enjoy this game. And I hope you like the video. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to let me know. Should I focus more on New World? Should I try out something different? Let me know, guys, and I'll see you in my next video.